Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Aaron Plays Technic. I'm here on the Tekkit server, of course, and I'm just playing out front with my dog. I figured we'd play a quick game of fetch. Well, it's no good if I throw it right to him, is it? He doesn't like to chase the rubber ball. That's okay. I was over at Malkuth's place the other day, and I had a couple of bones on me, and I brought one of his dogs home, so if you want your dog back, come and get it, dude. I'm just going to leave him here for now. Maybe he will, well, I don't think dogs scare creepers, but um, I don't know. I like to think that if the creeper saw the dog that they'd turn and run away. So, excuse me. Since the last episode, I have done some upgrades. I have overclockers in all the machines, and it occurred to me, I was talking to Grumpy, and I never thought about this, but these timers actually output a redstone signal. So I really only needed one timer for both transposers, so I picked the other one up, and I'm going to use it for something else, and I'll get to that in a minute. But this all works. It's basically done. I might further sort a little bit, but for the most part, this is all set. I added a little loop in here. Um, I needed a bunch of glass, so basically what I did was I put a rule on the white side to send cobble up, and then I don't know if it's random or 50-50. Either way, some of the cobble would go this way, and some of it would go back down into the system. The stuff that came this way goes into the chest here, and then runs through the macerator and this furnace, um, just like an ore would. So it was getting backed up because I didn't have enough power to run all the machines. But I have solved that situation, so let's go back up. I've made a little room back here, and I probably should show you the other side first. I put some machines up here for things that don't need to happen automatically, like I don't have a rule set up for coal to get macerated into dust. Or if I want some smooth stone or something, I can just throw it in the furnace. And right now all the overclockers are in these two machines because I haven't really needed to extract or compress anything yet. But this whole wall right here is basically stone panels or stone covers. And in Malkuth's last video, he did that with the saw. I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's called the hand saw. It is. Where did it go? It's supposed to be in here. Maybe I left it with all the cut up blocks. Yeah, the hand saw, and you can make like corner pieces and just all kinds of crazy things. So since he did that, I'm not really gonna go into it, but all of these machines have redstone engines, and that second input that I made for the system down there, everything goes into that input, and then it gets sorted just like anything would. And the chest up here still works. If I throw glass in there, like if I have some leftover glass, I can throw it in the box, and it'll end up over there where the glass goes. But I now have two medium voltage solar arrays on the roof. I made a ton of solar panels last night, and I have like only 4 stacks of iron left because it takes so much iron to make it. But basically, Grumpy gave me his old MFE from when he upgraded to MFSUs. And so that goes into a low voltage transformer. If you're not familiar, I'll go ahead and get into this briefly. The 3 dots is the input, the other 5 sides are outputs. Each side will output a maximum of 32 EU per tick. So since I have 4 machines up here, excuse me again, I have 2 outputs going into that fiber cable, and I have one output on the bottom goes to the macerator and the furnace for the automatic ore processing in the basement, and then one output goes to the quarry. And the reason I did that is because the quarry needs 22 EU to run at full speed, but the energy link will suck up as much energy as you give it. So I have 3 bat boxes in line here, and they're not charging. And this one has stayed at this amount for like probably the last 6 hours I've been in game. Not consecutively, but every time I check it, and it never moves. So the stone panels, they're flush with the other side. They're basically on the inside of this block. They occupy this whole space. I don't think I have a torch, so I can't put a torch here, and I cannot put a torch on this side of any of these panels or covers. I keep calling them panels. But I can put a sign or a torch on the other side because it's on the inside of this block and it's occupying this space. So I heard some talk of, I think it was Grumpy talking about you could use those things to either separate cables or transport pipes, but I tried to put it in between 2 transport pipes and it didn't work, so maybe it was cables. I don't know. A quick thing about the alchemy bag. You have to be careful. Let this be your warning. This happened to me yesterday. If you open the bag, you can put the bag inside itself, and then if you close it, it just disappears from your inventory. What you have to do is make another bag the same color, and then when you open it, you'll see all the contents as normal, including the bag itself. So be careful if you're spacebar clicking things. Watch out, because if you spacebar click on your hotbar, it moves everything in your inventory if there's room, and it's a really easy way to lose an alchemy bag, and you don't want to do that if you don't have to. All this coal, speaking of the alchemy bag, I'm saving up for a quantum helmet, and I think it takes like 80 stacks of coal and a diamond block. The reason I want that is because these quarries, you know, I put them in the water, but you can still see the light bleeding through from where it intersects my mine shafts and stuff, and I think it kind of defeats the purpose. So Lady Star said if I get all the materials, she'll make me a quantum helmet, and then I can get a bunch of dirt and fix the lake bed or lake floor, ocean floor, sea floor, whatever you want to call it. This looks more like a lake to me. Yeah, it's definitely a lake. So I'm going to do that, and then that'll also give me an opportunity to get all the ores that are visible on the sides of the quarry walls. What else do I need to do today? I want to go get that oil that we saw a few episodes ago. I thought there was a limit on the teleport pipe range, but it turns out, or so I hear, as long as the chunk is loaded, it's not an issue. So this world anchor that's in my bag here, that's why I made that, so I can go set up a teleport pipe and get that stuff over here, and then use combustion engines to run the quarry, so that way I can use all my house power in the house. So these are the MV arrays. We're at Y93. So I'm considering throwing a couple of windmills up here just because. I don't think they give a lot of EU, or on average they don't give a lot of EU. From what I hear, they give between like 3 and 10,000 or something ridiculous like that. But it really depends on the wind, and it varies. So what I want to do is I have, I mean, I could always put more fiber cable, but I've got 3 open slots. So I thought I might make 3 windmills, and then since the quarry runs at night and it does drain the MFE, I can see if those windmills supplement it at all, just to see if it makes a little bit of a difference. I probably won't notice, and since that's the case, I will not know if they break because I won't lose power. So I put a little reed farm up here on a 5-minute timer, kind of like I did before. I probably showed it in a video. If you're not familiar with this, there's a wooden pressure plate and a dispenser. when the item despawns, it sends a signal or like a pulse, and it kicks another one out onto the plate. And the sticky pistons will push, knock the reeds into the water, and then it all flows through the same water as the cactus farm, which flows down. It hits an obsidian pipe, and then there's a junction, kind of like that cobblestone loop that I put in the sorting. And half of them go to a box, and I cook them up for pipe waterproof, which I'm going to need some. This cactus turns into pipe waterproof, and half of it goes into the energy condenser. And they're not a lot of EU. I think they're like 8, but every little bit helps. So I did upgrade all these chests as well. The iron chests just weren't enough, and they were almost filling up. And I don't have anything automatically going into the energy condenser anymore because it takes a while to fill up this box, and you know, I like to use the dirt and sand for things. And actually I need to cook a stack of it right now because as soon as that quarry's done, I'm going to make some more solar panels. What's on the agenda is I want to make a transformer upgrade for all 6 machines. And you see this is pretty fast right now. If I put a transformer upgrade in it and run it straight from the MFE, I don't have to use that low voltage transformer, and it works a lot faster. Then I can make more overclockers, and it'll basically be as fast as an induction furnace. I also want to get into block breakers next time, which is part of red power. If you saw one of Grumpy's earlier videos on the old Tekkit server, he had like 160 of those things above pumpkins, and every 5 minutes they would get a redstone signal and they'd pull the pumpkin if there was one. So that's going to require making redstone tubes. Regular pneumatic tubes are what I have on the transposers. Redstone tubes, you just add redstone to it, and basically that carries a signal for those machines that need power, like if you have a block breaker, or I'm not sure if an ejector needs it or not, but whoa, I wonder what that is. I'm gonna have to check that thing out. But I'm gonna have to make some of the wire, I believe, to join to that. Those things always pick up. I'm gonna have to make some red alloy wire, so I'm gonna have to cook up some red alloy ingots, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna need jacketed wire. I think you need it to connect this stuff on the ground or the wall to the redstone tubes. But I'm gonna have to do some homework in between the next episode and now and find out exactly what I need to make and how to hook it up. And I'll probably just try it in creative. Excuse me 1 second. Sorry about that. I got something in my throat. I'll probably just try it in creative, see if I can figure it out, and if I can't, then I'll go hit the wiki or some YouTube videos. So that's what's on the agenda. Let me look at my list. I think I covered everything. Yeah, timers, machines, all that stuff. So I think that'll about do it. I want to check and see how the MFE is doing. It's not halfway drained yet. I don't think it totally fills up. If the quarry's running during the day, I think it takes just enough energy that the excuse me, the MFE never actually tops off. It only fills up if there's no quarry running. So I don't know what's up with my voice right now. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode since I'm about done anyway. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.